It started with something simple. Something that shouldn't have been touched.
But once it ripped, the warnings became real. That altar wasn't meant to be disturbed.
Purity, that's what they called it.
But nobody ever told him what would happen if he did. Purity wasn't an idea. It was a rule.
And once broken, something always comes to collect.
He felt it before he saw it.
Even the light tried to run.
And that garment was never meant to be touched.
This town had secrets, sacred ones.
And he had just violated the oldest one.
Purity demanded respect.
And punished those who didn't honor it.
He should have never touched what wasn't his.
Because purity always protected itself.
And now, he had awakened it.
But what came next, no one in the town was ready for.
Purity wasn't human.
And now, it wanted him. He thought it was a warning, but it was an invitation. Purity didn't tolerate disobedience.
Even his light began to betray him.
Nothing pure should have looked like that. Purity was waking up.
And nothing could stop it now.
Something was stepping through.
He wasn't ready for any of this.
But Purity had already chosen him. And once chosen, there was no escape gate.
The cloth wasn't just fabric. It was a seal.
And when he ripped it, he broke the only barrier. Now Purity would be... Even the last light failed him. Purity had taken its true form. And he finally understood the warning.
You didn't honor purity.
And now purity was taking back what was broken.
The town would soon learn purity had no mercy.
The cloth had ripped itself, or so they claimed. And the rancher finally understood why.
He realized the symbol wasn't carved. It was branded there by something alive.
No one dared enter! No one except him!
The shadows moved first, as if welcoming him.
Honoring purity wasn't a ritual. It was a warning.
The air grew colder and heavier.
Something large was breathing just inches away.
It didn't want him near. Not anymore.
But he had already gone too far to escape.
Then the floor cracked open, and purity burst from below. Even the animals sensed what was coming.
He shielded his eyes, but the light still saw him.
The purity they warned him about wasn't holy. It was alive.
And it wanted him.
Shadows shouldn't have teeth, but these did.
He had never wanted violence. But purity did.
Then purity revealed its true face. It was neither good nor evil, just ancient. And it whispered what it wanted from him.
It didn't speak with a mouth. It spoke through his thoughts.
The message tore into his mind like claws.
Every pulse told him the same thing. Purity had been broken.
Generations had tried to contain it and failed.
Now, it was his turn to face the consequences.
Purity demanded a price.
The room itself bowed to its presence.
It branded him without touching him.
His voice disappeared, but the pain didn't.
Reality around him began to fold.
Then everything went still.
Purity wasn't broken by him, it was waiting for him. It had been watching him since birth.
And now, it was done, lating.
There was nowhere left to run.
Every path out belonged to it.
ground itself wanted him to surrender.
And purity demanded the final step.
The barn disappeared in the glow.
And the whole town saw the price he had paid.
He survived.
Something followed him back.
And whatever he tried to say wouldn't come out.
The barn didn't burn. It transformed.
The mark wouldn't fade, and neither would the truth.
It was alive.
The purity they tried to honor was rising.
And only he could hear its call.
Purity wasn't something to honor. It was something to survive.
It had chosen him, whether he wanted it or not.
They couldn't let him go, but they couldn't stop him either.
Purity punished those who resisted.
And it had already decided his fate.
The truth wasn't just revealed, it was unleashed.
Purity was no longer contained.
But the ground took back what it needed.
No one knew it if he was still himself.
But one look told them everything.
Purity hadn't punished him.
It chose him.